The Sniper Elite series is renowned for its explosive headshots, testicle-shattering slow-motion kills, and has become quite the snipertainment phenomenon. I'm really sorry for that pun. But hey, let's be honest here. Everybody has played the Sniper Elite titles for a long time, and whether they love them or hate them, I think it's undeniable that they're starting to get a little bit, I guess what I would call, stale. I think it's time for some sort of evolution. As exciting as the games have been, I can't help but feel like we're stuck in a very comfortable rut. And trust me, I love puncturing Nazi skulls as much as the next guy, but I'm starting to wonder if there's more to this series.
We're now having an explanation of who Hitler is, James, in case you wanted to know who Hitler was.
He's the leader of the Third Reich. I wasn't aware.
He's on vacation, though. Surely he's got a war to lose.
I think he's already lost it.
No, this is like 1943.
Well, it's been progressing through, so this is probably 1945.
Nah, this Carl Fairbairn, he does these missions. It's consecutive days. We've actually only played like just over a week of his life.
No, it does. It does show the date. You know that, right? On some of the missions, it does show the date. One of them I know for a fact was 1944. So.
Carl Fairbairn has taken down more fascists than they could fit in a Volkswagen Beetle, yet I'm starting to wonder if all these sniping escapades are giving him a bit of a god complex. Now I understand that change can be scary, and we've grown fond of Carl and his knack for perfectly timed headshots, but come on, let's have a look at what could come next. You see, Sniper Elite is a fantastic series, one of my favourite, but I think it could start to head down the Fast and Furious of sniper games. There's definitely an opportunity to push some boundaries. So far, the Sniper Elite games have gone from kind of hardcore realistic experiences. Sniper Elite V2 was the first time that I was introduced to the series, and it did feel kind of dark and gritty fighting through the streets of Berlin and introducing the beautiful X-ray slow-motion kills. That was the selling point, what really hit people into taking attention to this obscure title.
Is he going to turn around this way? No? Okay.
No. It's a good job you're doing your duty and actually looking outside the fence instead of into the fence. But of course, the enemies are going to come from within
this guy's
the
an
fence.
engineer. He ain't guard. Look at him.
He's trying to fix the fence. I see.
Oh,
but they didn't send a guard out here to this breach in the fence.
It's a holiday camp. I'm sure he's not.
Exactly. Look at all the guards around. They didn't send one here.
You don't need a guard if you got a fence.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
How you doing, mate?
They clearly don't have.
Why are you hammering that pole? You've got a massive hole to fix here, lad. What's he going to do over here?
I don't know. It's not broken there.
Is he just sort of like inspecting?
I think he's trying to figure out how the fence works. I don't think he's a real engineer.
Oh, here he goes.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, he shimmied it. He's got his spanner out. He pulled it out of his wrist somehow. There you go.
He's tightening the wire onto the fence.
Tighten the wire. Cut that slack.
That's how this works.
What the hell? How did he see me?
I don't know. He suddenly got really aware that you were there.
Then we ran into Sniper Elite 3, a little bit more of an arcadey approach going into the African front. Now, Sniper Elite 3 for me, while still being a solid title, definitely focused more on casual gameplay. We got an introduction to co-op gameplay, so on and so forth, but it wasn't quite as down and gritty. I don't think the controls were quite as refined, and even the more iconic stuff like the X-ray sniper vision was a little bit more along the lines of a casual gameplay experience. It didn't look quite as nice as I thought it should have been, and all in all, I think Sniper Elite 3 was the weaker one in the series. But then when 4 came out, it really nailed down what it means to be a large-scale Sniper Elite game, and the more recent 5th game really evolves on that. So many different ways to accomplish missions, assassinations, and including side quests up the wazoo. I love the much larger scale that they're going for, whether you want to go in loud with some machine guns or you want to stay back with your sniper, choosing so many different types of ammo, whether it's silent shot or just using the cover of planes flying overhead. Some of my favourite memories in the Sniper Elite franchise are testing the early versions of Sniper Elite 5, playing co-op with my mate and going through these new and diverse missions. I think they do a great job of keeping it varied and making you want to come back. Co-op, though, has been, in my opinion, the best addition. I love taking out enemies with my best buds, watching them splat against the floor, then getting angry at my teammate for someone being spotted, but I'm blaming it on them.
Shoot him in the foot. Should we try that again, mate? No?
He's running.
Oh, did you just see his balls there? Oh, no, you didn't see that one.
No, that was a quick one.
Oh, God. Go away, lad.
Did you just see his balls there? Just
go away, guys.
Yet despite the large number of missions and a great success for the franchise over the years, there is, at least for me, starting to see a bit of an issue. Currently, the franchise is at an all-time high. This is not one of those videos talking about the decline of Sniper Elite, but perhaps a preemptive look into the future. I can see where this limited gameplay style may start to dwindle. Every mission starts with a small cutscene, picking your loadout and heading into or getting dropped off at some sort of roadside. You can then have the decision whether you want to sneak up and find different enemies and different checkpoints. There'll be things to collect and enemies to kill in different ways, going up close, sniping from afar, or dropping down barrels on their heads. As the missions go on, it starts to get harder and harder, introducing heavily armored guys with helmets or maybe even flamethrowers. What about the counter snipers as well? There's also tanks that can start to roll into the missions, trying to find through the viewports and get the driver out before they can cause too much damage. I love this kind of gameplay, but this is every mission. And while Sniper Elite isn't about the story, it definitely has not put any focus onto it. Having a solid gameplay loop does not mean they can't evolve. And in sometimes, I think they have to. Because having a limitation to a playstyle, no matter how solid that gameplay style is, could hurt a franchise. And we've seen that before.
What are you doing, James?
Probably. There was a guy in front of that building.
Why is he sitting there?
I don't know, but now he's dead. He wanted to be a mathematics teacher, so he deserved it.
Meow. In the ear,
That's
please.
not how bullets work.
Oh. I'm keeping an eye on you.
I think I need to say 2 words to you. Just cause. My favourite game franchise of all time. Or at least it was. I remember back in the day playing Just Cause 2 on my Xbox 360 every morning before school and every evening when I came home. I would get all the hours I possibly could as a child putting into parachuting off buildings or riding on the top of jeeps and grappling people to the floor. That was my dream. It was my dream game. I remember even saying, if I got a copy of Just Cause 2, I'd never need any other game ever again. And in some ways, I was kind of right, because that is my favourite game of all time. But what we could be getting with Sniper Elite 5 is a repeat of the Just Cause series. The first game had some great ideas. It was very unrefined and felt kind of dated and old, especially going back seeing it now. But the core mechanics were in there. Then, the second game, in terms of Just Cause 2 and relating to Sniper Elite V2 as well, it refined the ideas, introduced more level design and bigger and open missions. It also had much better mechanics and gave people that hook. With Just Cause 2, it was the parachute and grappling hook design. With Sniper V2, it was the X-ray shot. That was the hook that got people growing a fan base around this concept, and the second game in the franchise in both series aimed to do that, and they did it well. Then we get Just Cause 3, nailing down the concept to a T, an incredible map and core mechanics, adding in some extra things like the wingsuit, but really accentuating what makes this game popular: chaos. It grew the fanbase into the mainstream and got to its peak. And that's where I think Just Cause 3 really shined. Even now, it is still the best game in the series. And the equivalent, I think, in the Sniper Elite series would be Sniper Elite 4. 3 was a bit of a miss for me, but Sniper Elite 4 was where they really nailed the concept down to a T, with an incredible map and core mechanics that broke into the mainstream. Now, don't get me wrong, Sniper Elite 5 was still a fantastic game, but it didn't do anything too different. It did more of the same, and we get this from a lot of the reviews. It is still very well received and very positive, and in fact I think it did better sales than Sniper Elite 4, but people are saying, fantastic title, just more of the same stuff. Even though we love it, maybe there could be some room for something else. Then moving back to the Just Cause series, we see where this started to go wrong. You see, after nailing down the concept, they tried to do the same thing, maybe advance it a little bit, but they kind of ran out of ideas. And that's where Just Cause 4 came in. It was more of the same, but it was quite obvious that Avalanche had run out of new insane things. They'd built up this reputation for having complete over-the-top bombastic chaos within their series. So what could they do? Okay, I guess we add balloons, I guess we add snowstorms and tornadoes. That's kind of great, but because of this extra stuff, they failed and neglected some of the more important stuff, like a better story. Just Cause has never had a good story, but it deserved more in Just Cause 4. In terms of graphics, it almost kind of pulled it back a little bit, looking worse than Just Cause 3 in many cases. And that's where the favour of the franchise started to dwindle. I still personally think Just Cause 4 for me is an incredibly fun game, and I love going back to it even now, but I'm worried that Sniper Elite could go the same way. They've built up to their peak now, but there doesn't seem to be like anywhere else they can go. They've repeated the same concept twice in Sniper Elite 4 and Sniper Elite 5, and whilst it's just been enough for the fanbase to still enjoy it, I've got a feeling if Sniper Elite 6 comes out and it is just more of the same, the fanbase could start to turn. There is a definite correlation that can be made from the evolution of the Just Cause series to the Sniper Elite series, just before its peak, just before an oversaturation. So, what is the solution?
I kind of want to go hand to hand in this house and just start stabbing people.
Yeah, let's do that. Some people are a bit sus though, so watch out.
Right, there's a guy. Oh, why did you have to stand there? Now I can't get up the stairs. Dickhead.
Right, we're going bottle time, lads. I need you to face the other way, my friend. What?
Oh,
well,
shit, there were
that
two
bottle
of them.
landed on his head.
You are really good with bottles.
It didn't work. Oh, now his friend's coming back. Okay, he's facing the other way. Go. Shit, I can't get up here.
No, move.
That was very smoothly done.
I doubt that.
Look, I only got slightly spotted, but they're all dead, so it doesn't matter.
Well, this is just my idea, but what if we take our beloved sniper hero and put him into an almost entirely unexpected setting? We've had, of course, the Italian Alps, the African front, and even the ruined streets of Berlin. What if we go into more suburban neighborhoods? What if it's not just army camps? What if he's playing as a true sniper/spy, bustling shopping malls? Maybe even a fancy dinner party with dignitaries or leaders of the world. Imagine Carl, camouflaged blending in with the waitstaff, silently dispatching enemy spies while delicately working out what's going on next. And I completely understand how this is exactly sounding like a World War II hitman, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. In fact, I think that's a massive gap in the market that Sniper Elite needs to look at. The Hitman series has grown once again to its peak and is one of the most popular game franchises at the moment. And I don't think it's a negative for Sniper Elite to look at that and see what they have. A historical setting, a stealth setting, an engine that really does focus on disguising shots and sneaking through certain maps and missions. But it's all been based around the final parts of the war, being a soldier and sneaking into enemy bases. But what if you were more an enemy spy in World War II, hiding in plain sight and taking out dignitaries in that way? That could be a new twist that really pushes the Sniper Elite franchise into something more unique, bringing that World War II setting to a Hitman style of gameplay.
I wanted to sneak in this window. There's a window up on the second floor that you can open, but no way to get to it.
Up this way, you can probably. Yep. Climb.
Yeah, no, but it's all the way around the other side, and there's no, like, climbing
we
things
can go
to
up onto
it.
his little balcony. Let's do that.
Oh, yeah. Where is he at the moment? Miles away. Good.
Hello, Hitler. Hello. Right, you guys move slightly.
As well.
Yeah, because we need to get him in the back. You get the guy on the right when they move. Oh.
So.
Can you get the guy on the right? Are you behind him enough?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Right, let's move the bodies.
Otherwise, good old Adolf will be a bit sus.
And you could argue that that is way past anything to do with being realistic as a sniper, but I can't lie. Realism would be sitting as a sniper for days on end, having your spotter take down your pants while you need the toilet, and then being told that the mission's called off before anything gets done. So we've gone way past realism at this point, so why not twist it a little bit? Of course, I'm sure Rebellion have already thought along these lines of where to go in the future, and that's why I'm expecting their next entry to cater towards something that really excites the fan base. Because as being one of my favorite franchises, I do think it's time for it to maybe head in a new direction.
Look at him go. Go on, Hitler. You're going to go and sit down?
They're going to find the bodies. I think he's a bit stressed.
Right, well, let's use this time to sneak past. Shit. Shit.
That's gone well, that.
We're being hunted by Hitler.
This isn't the way round it's supposed to be.
Oh, please don't come in this room. Phew. Although no Sniper Elite is about to just spin around and run in here. Yep.
Literally did the exact thing. Yep. No, you're gonna have to kill
James!
Hitler.
James! I'm terrified!
You're
If
gonna
he
have to kill
sets
Hitler.
another foot in... Oh my god, he's coming for you. Run. Shit, his bodyguard's good. Do you think Hitler knows? Just run away. Just don't let him... Is he shooting at us? Hitler!
I think he's just... Oh, all his guards outside are angry as well.
God damn it, Hitler. You
Carl, we know.
Adolf Hitler. What are you doing here?
He fucking charged you down.
Oh, you didn't give me a choice. I had to stab
Oh
him.
my god.
Ah.
Hitler's way more aggressive than I expected.
Yeah, it's not like in real life. He was very aggressive.